all about Scorpio Part 6. Now, this time we're going to talk about Scorpio career ideas. And frankly speaking, the first time I saw it, I was bowled over. I was really amazed because almost all, not all of them, but almost all of the careers listed here are, the things that I really wanted as a kid. The type of job or career that or hobby that I'm into or very interested in. And I'm going to share those Scorpio career ideas. We have here number 1, which is pathologist. Number 2, paramedic. Number 3, scientist. Number 4, sex therapist. I don't think I can be a good sex therapist, so it's not in my list. Number 5, soldier. Number 6, FBI agent. Number 7, detective. Number 8, doctor. Number 9, forensics. Number 10, police officer. Number 11, coroner. And finally, psychiatrist for number 12. Alright, so just to share to you guys, I'm really into forensic psychology or forensic science ever since I was really young. And I remember I used to watch Discovery Channel's Crime Night with my sister. Probably it's because of being the type of Scorpio who likes to uncover mystery, who likes to investigate or do some investigation. That's why crime investigation interests me a lot, To name a few, I love watching Forensic Files, 48 Hours Mystery, Power, Privilege and Justice, ID or Investigation Discovery, just to name a few. There are a lot, actually. Lately, I've been watching, Women or Wives with Knives, rather. Those are actually women killers who are actually women. And, those are just, a few examples. I really am into forensics. I'm really interested ever since I was young. And luminol, those are the things that really got stuck into my mind whenever I was watching that in the past. So, I'm really into forensics and, of course, scientists as well when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my favorite subject was actually science, And I remember I was even posing as if I'm a doctor or a nurse. My brother, who used to work for Procter & Gamble, I'm not sure how he got those syringes, but there was one time I actually, tried to take out one of his free syringes, and I put some water in it and then some needles. I know it's a bad thing, I tried to get probably 5 or 6 syringes. I brought it at school, and then I also bought some chocolates and candies, and I was telling all my classmates during that time, hey, you want some free shot, flu shot or whatever? And all my classmates are going to, line up, and I'm really going to, try to stab them with those syringe. And it's really, it's really lucky that I didn't, get in trouble for it, because I was really using syringes. I even brought some alcohol with me because I was really, trying to pose like a doctor or a nurse during childhood days or elementary days. And science, again, was my favorite subject. As for being a soldier, of course, I don't want to be a soldier, but if I was born a man, definitely I would want to be, to become a soldier. And that's another thing. I like shooter games. I really like watching, soldier films, or, just like Black Hawk Down, or if not soldier, but we also have Born Legacy, the type of films that are, into a lot of action, a lot of mystery, a lot of undercover thing, Schindler's List, everything, something to do with a soldier kind of thing. Rainbow Six is when it comes to games. I really like shooter games, Counter-Strike, things like that. Anything to do with guns and soldier, and even being a police officer. Well, being an FBI agent was also one of my biggest interests, especially the first time I watched Silence of the Lambs. Jodie Foster is also a Scorpio, by the way. She played really a fantastic role for Silence of the Lambs, that FBI agent. I forgot her name there, so kind of refresh my memory here. But she really amazes me, and she did a really great job, posing as an FBI agent. I really like that kind of, role or thing, chasing the bad guys and trying to investigate or uncover a lot of, puzzles or mysteries. Being a detective, of course, that's also one thing that I really wanted, undercover agent. Well, again, like what I've mentioned in the previous recordings, Scorpios are natural detectives as well. They can do some private investigation, really, which other people might, think that they're stalking them, really, but Scorpios are really great detectives. They can really uncover or worm out a lot of information, especially if they're interested on that specific subject or topic, or probably if that's their work. Yeah, they would most likely be, very good at it, trying to uncover some stuffs or things. So there you go, FBI agent or police officer. Then I also wanted to be a psychiatrist, but actually not really psychiatrist, but more of like a psychologist, because I love to analyze or understand the behavior of different people. Why is it that she's like this? Why she's acting like that? Or why he is like this or like that? Or why is it that, what's the environment that he's in which resulted him to do all those things, or which caused him, rather, to do all of those things? Basically it's something to do with uncovering information, important information, and trying to understand, a person's behavior, what makes him do it, or what is really, the root or the main motive and all that. Those are things that really, interest me a lot. So the first time I saw it, I was like, this is truly amazing. Like, wow. All of the, career ideas listed in here are, the things that I'm really into. Now, I'm actually reading this interesting article about a Scorpio based from pointastrology.com. So here are some ideal careers for a Scorpio, which might be really interesting not only to my fellow Scorpios listening to this audio recording, but here it says the Scorpio succeeds in everything and impresses the others with his mental strength. When it comes to his career, the native is very determined, combining firmness with creativity. At work, he is dedicated, paying more attention to his profession rather than his personal life. The native will get involved in areas where he can help others because he is attracted by people's problems. Still, he is a go-getter. I've mentioned that earlier in our previous recordings, making every effort to achieve his goals. Hell yeah. The Scorpio does not necessarily want to stand out. Sometimes he prefers to work behind the scenes. That is so freaking true. The native might become prosperous through career choice or can become the best in his business. I really agree with that one part that says they don't want to stand out. Like they wanted to always work behind the scenes. That perfectly describes me. I really am not the type who's really like to be, who wanted to be the center of attention all the time. I just do my job. That's it. As much as possible, I wanted to be, just behind the scene and we're not in the spotlight. And also, I'm pretty much the type who would like to work alone or probably because that's where the control comes from, or I can probably, execute or do my job pretty well. Again, it's not that I don't need a team to work with. It's just that there are times I notice about myself that I can do or accomplish my task a lot faster when I'm doing it alone and more efficient. But definitely the thing about, Scorpio not wanting to stand out, that's so true. And I've known a lot of Scorpios who are like that. I used to handle this one agent. He used to work for a Dell account, and the next time I saw him, he actually tried to move out from Dell account to another account. And more of the back office, actually, not another account. But he's also a Scorpio. And he possesses, really, traits of a Scorpio. And when I asked him, I tried to probe, because Scorpios, they like to probe. They like to ask some questions, really, showing people that they're very interested in their story and all that. So I tried to ask him what actually made him decide to move from Dell account to another role, and he told me bluntly, being the Scorpio that he is, he told me it's because I think I'm going to work well working alone in a back office, and it's something they really wanted. It's something that has something to do with uncovering information, and at the same time trying to analyze some data. I think it's something to do with analyzing some data. I forgot his exact role, but definitely something to do with analyzing some data and working alone, and I was really, surprised. I was like, okay, well, yeah, you really are a Scorpio. So again, here are some Scorpio suggested careers. I've mentioned a few from the very beginning of the recording, but let's see here. Number 1 would be cops and detectives, okay? It says here, the natives are very intuitive. They have a real cult for the mystery and are good to discover secrets. Good psychologists. Hey, there you go. I told you earlier it wasn't on the list, but psychology is really, my interest ever since. So it says here, good psychologists with a fine knowledge of human nature. The natives are even more inclined to highlight others' defects and have little understanding for human weakness. Death does not scare them because they want to investigate it. Interesting. Number 2. Politicians, really, no matter what their career is, Scorpios may be attracted to politics where they prove to be particularly skillful. They have a lot of patience, stubbornly pursuing their purposes and not betraying their true interest. They have the ability to manipulate people. Ooh. Sometimes the natives can be unscrupulous in their path to success. One thing is certain, they always succeed. Next would be, or number 3, prosecutors and judges. The most appropriate professions are those who have contact with the secrets or the hidden aspects of life. Number 4, divers, archaeologists. Scorpio is known for his unwavering tenacity. Stunning tenacity and incredible inner strength. He can withstand the toughest work conditions, workstations. He's very aware that you can get nowhere without compromises. Therefore, he sometimes accepts very harsh working conditions. All right, number 5. Journalists, investigators. In terms of career, Scorpio is a feared opponent because he knows how to play his cards in order to reach his goal. Has an extraordinary talent to understand the human nature and never hesitate to find their weak spots. So true. Number 6, psychoanalysts, astrologers. There you go. Yeah, we're really pretty much into astrology, huh? Scorpios are attracted to the occult, the science, or occult science, that initiates that they can access the secrets of life. They have revelations beyond the world acquired through meditation, readings, or metaphysical experiences. A few more here. Number 7 would be physicians, surgeons, pharmacists. The natives keep their cold blood in any circumstances. This should not be taken as indifference. On the contrary, they can effectively provide support by keeping their calm. Number 8, managers or businessmen because they're energetic. A native always know what he wants. The native can pursue his plan without blinking. He knows how to point out something important, and when it comes to business, goes directly to the target. I've also mentioned that in the past. Very direct to the point. Failure is not a word in his vocabulary. And finally, researchers, physicists, chemists, engineers. The natives have excellent qualities in scientifically related fields, or because they can be very attentive to details. They are thorough, very intelligent, and they like to investigate. Actually, there's a final one here. I actually missed that one. It says here, sexologist. Scorpios may know how to live their lives and therefore expect anything from it. Okay, now that's pretty much interesting. But definitely the list that I've read earlier, psychology, something to do with science, something to do with forensics, or being a police officer, even though I'm a woman or I'm a bit boyish, but those are the type of careers that really interest me a lot. Especially psychology, understanding human behavior and all that. So I hope you enjoyed this this topic about Scorpio career ideas. I'm going to go back again and share some interesting stuff about Scorpio, all about Scorpio. All right. See you soon, and thank you once again for listening. Bye-bye.